Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start out by giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. And double honors to my apostle elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, who teach and rule well, teaching 100% truth. And peace, love, blessings, and salutations to the sincere Akim and Waf that are listening in on this truth, pushing in this truth, trying to make their cardinal of election sure. And shalom to the hopeful elect. May the cardinal of election be upon our homes. All right, shalom. Hey, I'm the brother Corner Waf from the GMS Columbus, Georgia campus, come back at you with another lesson through the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And as you can see, the title of this lesson, A Prudent Man Looketh Well to His Going, you know, and what kind of basically inspired this lesson, you know, I was watching the apostle, Elder Apostle Tahar, you know, one of his videos that he did recently, you know, responding to the whole, you know, IUIC and NOI, you know, little link up that they did or whatever, you know. And within that lesson, you know, he was just going in, you know, just a beautiful lesson. He was going in and he made a point about the simple, you know, believing every word, man. You know how you got simple individuals over there at IUIC, you know, that, you know, just listen to these false prophets, you know, these teachers, you know, break down the scriptures wrong, you know, and they just believe it, you know. But in the midst of him saying that, it made me think about the whole scripture. It says, the simple believer of every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going, man. You see? And this is why, which that word prudent goes into, you know, being observant of things, you know, of the future, which is a similar word is wise, you know, being well judged. You see? So, and it's truth, you know, you can't just be simple, man. You know, you can't just go for anything. You can't just hear anything and run with it, you know, because the spirit that our apostles push, you know, and within GMS, you know, is that we research things, man. You know, not to be parrots, you know, not to you know, basically try to imitate another man's spirit, you know, but, you know, actually get in these scriptures and learn these things for yourself, you know. And that's what a prudent man to do. A prudent man, you know, will seek out the understanding, as the scriptures say, study to show thyself approved, man. But you got a lot of Israelites, you know, out here, you know, the reason, one of the main reasons why they're being deceived is ultimately the Lord, but at the same time, it's because, you know, they don't look up things, man. You know, they don't research, they don't, you know, really, as the scriptures say, seek ye the Lord 10 times harder, man. Which that's a part of seeking the Lord 10 times harder, is doing your due diligence to make sure that the things, you know, which you're learning are true, you know. And that's the spirit that our apostles push, man. You know, they push us to look up words, to get into different, you know, the learning the Greek, the Latin, and the Hebrew, and different things, man, to ultimately learn how to, you know, break scriptures down. You see, tying the precepts upon precepts, you know, all these different things, man, getting into the history. You see, that all plays a major part in, you know, coming into this truth, man. You can't just come into this thing because you hear somebody say something, you know, or you hear a man going to something because it sounds good. You just run with it and believe it, man. You know. Because at the end of the day, we in the flesh, and men do go off, man. You know, what if a man make a mistake, you know, in his speech, and he say something, you know, and here it is, you ain't really in examining it, looking it up, trying to see if the thing be true, and you just run with it, you know, and then it just comes so happen that it comes back that, you know, that individual was wrong, and you just done took it and ran with it, and you taught it, you know, hey, you going off, you know, because you, like our apostles tell us to do. When we watching these videos, you know, and we hearing the spirit come out, you know, brothers going in and they breaking these things down, that we should be right there, you know, taking notes, reading the scriptures, looking these things up, researching, you know, right along with brothers, man, so that we can be, as the scriptures say, continuing in continuing the thing that you will learn, being fully assured, you know. And the only way you're going to be fully assured is if you're doing your due diligence to research and look out to see if these things be true, man. You know, not just being a simple individual, because you got Israelites like this, man. And that's why, you know, you got different camps. You know, they got, like the apostles like to say, these zombies in these different camps, because all they do is just run with what, you know, they leaders, you know, they so-called leaders or teachers tell them, and they don't go do their own research or really read and get into the scriptures for themselves to see if the things be true, man. You know? Hey, shalom, Yabashiyah Shabashim Kagdash Brakatah. Shalom to all the Akim that may be tuning in and listening and watching, man, you know. Yeah, that's the brother Khan, you know, Sheikh Shalom. You know, so at the end of the day, that's what we gotta do in being in this truth, man. You know, we can't just take things and run with it, man. We can't just you know, because we heard somebody else say it, and now we just, oh yeah, that gotta be the truth because he said it. Like, no, man. Actually, hey, the scriptures say, what's the, I forgot how the scripture go. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Do diligence, man. To that's the scripture. Do the diligence to make your calling of election sure. Something like, roughly paraphrasing, you know. So we got to do be diligent in this thing, man. The diligence is us actually searching these things out, man. You know, like brothers also always going to, you know, about the church of Berea, man. You know, the scriptures say that they were more honorable than the church of Thessalonica because they actually you know, searched the things out that Paul was telling them, man. You know, they didn't just believe it. They was actually, you know, looking in it, you know, diving into it. And that's how we got to be, man. You know? And sometimes, you know, spirits try to get on you, you know, which would be Satan. Try to, you know, when you in the midst of studying or reading, you know, different distractions, different things pop up. But that comes a part of all that sacrificing, man. You know, the sacrifices that we have to make, you know, and I'm speaking first and foremost to myself because we all deal with it, you know, but it's the sacrifices that we have to make to get into these scriptures, man, so that we can make sure that we know what the hell we talking about, you know, because a lot of men just breaking down the scriptures and going into things and they don't even know what the hell they talking about, man. They're not really even fully assured of what they speaking on, man, or what they bringing out, you know, and that's not the spirit the Lord called us to be in, man, you know. That's why the apostles always speak about us being scholars, you see, being evangelists, you see, being as the scriptures say, ambassadors, for Yahushua, man, because in all those things, man, we got to make sure that we correctly and properly learning this truth to correctly, properly break it down, because the Lord don't play about his doctrine, man. You know, that's why you can't be simple. You know, you gotta really be making sure that you fully, as the scriptures say, with all thy getting, get understanding, because it's one thing to know something, but it's another thing to understand something, man. You see? Because you can know it, but do you fully understand it? Are you fully able to go and feel confident within yourself to break it down and go into it, you know, without notes, you know, or without, you know, having another man gotta, you know, aid you, man. Like, you can say that you fully assured in it for yourself. And that's being prudent, you know? That's being a prudent man, you see? That's looking well to your going, because as the scriptures say, like I quoted, doing that due diligence that you won't fall, you know? Because if you're not being prudent and you just going off somebody else's spirit, you just being simple, then guess what? Eventually you'll put yourself in the case to fall, you know? Because like I said, a man can go off, you see? A man can go off, a man can slip, you know? So we want to make sure that in learning this truth and learning this doctrine, you know, that we're understanding these things for our own self, man. Working out our own salvation, as the scriptures say. Because another man can't get you delivered. Another man can't get you saved. Another man's wisdom, you know, because he know it, you know, that's not going to get you delivered, man. You know, the scriptures say that the Lord is going to judge every man according to his works. You know, what have you done? What have you gained? You see? What have you, and the talents that the Lord gave you, what have you multiplied to men, man? You know? And all that is according to being prudent, because the scriptures say the Lord, Lord willing, we be a part of the elect, that the Lord say he's about to make us kings, rulers, and priests of the earth. You know? That's why we got to be taking advantage of the small things that the Lord giving us now. Because the scripture said we can manage to handle the small things that the Lord to give us and I'm just roughly paraphrasing the scripture, the Lord entrust us with the the heavier matters, man. We'll be able to receive take on these a lot of things which is about to come, and we're about to receive, enter into the kingdom of heaven. But right now the Lord has given us, even with these small portions that the Lord has given us, we got to be maximizing it, man. And I'm saying that first and foremost to myself. We got to be taking advantage, of the tools that the Lord gave us, man. Even that what the apostles, speak to the Spirit, like the Lord, gave us all this liberty. We got these phones, the internet access, the blue letter, all these different tools that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has given us, to really get into this word, to really get into this thing, and we got to take advantage of it, man. Really, getting rooted up and getting built up in these scriptures so it can carry us in the time to come, man. Because if you ain't really establishing your foundation and you're really not getting built up, and you just going off another man's spirit, what if the Lord had that man, Lord forbid, not saying if any brother, but what if that, just speaking hypothetically, what if the Lord had that man to fall out? You see? And you going off his spirit instead of trying to establish your own spirit, looking well into your own going, you see, that'll trip you up, So we got to be our own individuals in this thing, man. And that's the spirit, because, that's the same thing, as the spirit had on the apostle, the bar, and the elders, the bishops going into, yesterday during the Tuesday live, man, the Lord had the spirit come upon the apostle, the bar, to say that, man, not to be out here trying to imitate another man's spirit, you see, or not to be out here, just being parrots, man. You just parroting what you hear somebody else say, but you don't even fully understand it for yourself, and we all at some point in this truth done fell victim to that, man, but as the more that you progress and the more that you grow in this truth, you got to come into a sense to where you got to find your own spirit, man, and if the Lord ain't given it to you yet, you got to pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to reveal to you your purpose, to reveal to you your spirit, because we got to be ourselves in this thing, man, but at the same time, we got to be prudent, as the scriptures say, we got to be prudent, man. We got to look well to our going, man. We can't just be simple, and that's in everything, man. The scriptures say, hey, be not ignorant in no matter, small or great, we can't be out here just being walking around in ignorance, man, because the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua blessed us with this holy gift, this truth, you see, so that we can have understanding, man, understanding on things in the world, and even the carnal things, man, things in our day-to-day lives, we got to be on point, you see. The Lord ain't give us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding just to be like simple niggas in the world, man, to still move in a simple and plain way, we got to take advantage of this understanding that the Lord has given us, man, and that's the whole part of this truth, man, is getting the understanding out of the things that we go over, the things that we learn, man, not just knowing it just so you just say it and speak on it and sound good, but to fully understand it, man, fully be assured, because that's the faith, the fact that you really know that, I can prove this for a fact that this is true, that what builds your faith, you see, because you're not just going off of it because you heard another man saying it. No, you're going into it, or you knowing it because you know, hey, I done put the time in, I done looked this up, I done researched this, I done went into this, and I know this the truth. You see, that's what builds that confidence. That's why you will be out there, in your videos, unless you boldly, got that spirit to prophesy and speak this truth, because you ensure it within your own conscience that, you know what, can't nobody sway me off this because I know this the truth. Even if somebody was to come up, guess what? I can go into this and I can speak on this because I know this. You see? That's the mindset that we gotta have. That's how you be a true defender of the gospel. You see? And that's what it's all about, man. We out here prophesying Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, being defenders of the gospels, Hey, and warning Yahushua's sheep, man. Warning the Lord's flock. You see? Because as the scripture say, you got a lot of raven and wolves out here in sheep clothing, man. That's scattering the flock. hey, that's pushing all type of damnable heresies, man. You see? And if you're not being on point and you're not getting in these scriptures, you know, hey, you can be swayed away by that, man. A seducing spirit, you know? That's the whole point of us making sure that we understand so that we don't get swayed away by these strange women, by these strange doctrines out here, man. These different philosophies. So when people do come up, you know, or you have an encounter with somebody with a bugged out doctrine and you know the truth, you know, you assured or whatever false doctrine, you know, they may be going into, and you understand the scriptures, you see, you able to counteract that. You know, like hell nah, that's bullshit. You know, that's bullshit. I know that ain't that, you know. And that's being a prudent man, man. You know, being able to be a wise wise judge, man. You know, looking well to your goings, man. Because it's a lot of seducing spirits out here, man. You see? So we got to be making sure that we're on point, you know, that we know him, man, so that we don't get swayed away, you know, so that our Lord willing, we be kept, you know. So hey, just through the spirit, you know, I just wanted to bring that out. I ain't really have no something that's to my spirit, like I said, just watching the apostle. So hard, you know, he's speaking on that, man, you know, in that lesson, you know, because you do got a lot of simple individuals out here like that, man. They just listen and they just, you know, they just follow. They just listen to shit, hear shit, and they just run with it. They don't look it up, they don't research it, you know, they don't examine it. You see? They just run with it, man. You know, that ain't the spirit that we supposed to be in, man. We supposed to be examining these matters, you know? Because that's really you putting trust in, you know? Because at the end of the day, like I said, a man can fall, man. A man can make a mistake. So you need to make sure that you're learning and that you're understanding and being sure for yourself. You see? That's a part of us working out our own salvation, man. You know? So with that, hey, I pray and hope that this lets us edify through the spirit, through the sincere believers, the sincere sheep, the Akim, the walk out there that may be watching and listening. Lord willing, you was edified. And I would like to close out giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my apostle elders, Ray Millstone, who I learned this truth from, who teach me well, teaching 100% truth, and peace, love, blessings, salutations to the sincere Akim and Akwaf that are listening in on this truth, pushing in this truth, trying to make their call of election share. And shalom to the brothers that's pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth. And shalom to the hopeful elect. May the call of election be upon our homes. Until the next time I want to say, Kwam Yasharallah, shalom.